Welcome to Speak English Podcast with Rory and Alex.
Welcome back to the Deep Dive, where we pull apart the sources you share, the articles, the research, and find the insights that, actually stick. So if you've ever woken up, looked at a big goal, maybe it's mastering a skill or that huge report for work, and that little voice in your head just screams, I'll do it later.
Or I'll wait until I feel like it.
Exactly. If that's you, then this deep dive is absolutely for you.
Yeah, that feeling of waiting for the perfect moment, for inspiration, it's almost universal. And it's probably the #1 reason why resolutions fail and projects just stall. So today, our mission here is to really cut through that noise. We've synthesized a whole stack of sources, behavioral psychology, productivity methods like deep work, you name it.
And what are we zeroing in on?
We're going to unpack the huge difference between motivation, which is fleeting, and discipline, which is just so much more reliable. And we'll give you some practical steps to actually build it.
Okay, let's get into it. This dynamic duo. I think we should start with the one that feels good, motivation.
Right. Motivation, to put it simply, is the feeling. It's that emotional spark, the push inside your mind that makes you want to do something.
And it shows up at the best times, right? You watch an inspiring video or you see a colleague who's fluent in a second language and you think, I want that. I can do that.
Or you buy a new notebook.
The new notebook, yes. Or it's January 1st and everything feels possible.
It feels great. But, and this is the critical thing, our sources all point to motivation is emotion-based. Depends on your mood, your energy, what you just saw.
It's like the weather.
Exactly like the weather. Some days are sunny and you feel on top of the world. Other days are just gray. And you can't plan your life around the weather.
And you see this play out all the time. I mean, think about gyms in January versus March.
A perfect example.
Yeah.
Building's packed for a few weeks and then it's empty. It wasn't a lack of desire that made people stop. It was a lack of consistency.
So motivation gets you to open the door, but it doesn't keep you coming back.
Precisely. That's where discipline comes in. Discipline is the quiet act of doing what you need to do, even when you really, really don't feel like it.
It doesn't care about your mood.
Not at all. It's action-based, while motivation is emotion-based. It's about what you do, not how you feel.
So how do we make that concrete? How do you internalize that difference?
The best analogy I've seen is the toothbrush analogy.
Okay.
You don't need to feel motivated to brush your teeth.
Yeah.
Right? You just do it. It's a non-negotiable habit. Discipline is turning your goals into that same kind of non-negotiable choice.
I like that. It's not this big, scary thing. It's just a choice you make.
It's the engine, not the spark.
Okay, so that leads us to the big problem, the longevity problem. Why does motivation on its own always seem to fail?
It's just not strong enough to carry you all the way. It's great for that first push, but it leads you straight into what you could call the inconsistency trap.
Like that example from the sources, the story of Lena.
Yes, Lena. She had this massive project deadline. For the first week, she was on fireworking 18-hour days, fueled by pure excitement.
We've all been there.
For sure. But the second she hit a hard part, or just got tired, poof, the motivation was gone. And because she didn't have a system, a habit, she just stopped, cold.
And that stop-start pattern is what kills all momentum. If you're always waiting to feel ready, you spend so much energy just trying to get going again.
And this brings us to a really profound idea about self-care. You kind of have to redefine it. The sources argue that real self-care is often discipline, not comfort.
Whoa, okay. That's counterintuitive, because we're told self-care is, hitting snooze, binge watching a show.
Right, the comfortable things. And those things feel good in the moment, but later. They often leave you feeling drained or even a little guilty because you broke a promise to yourself.
So what's real self-care then?
Real self-care is choosing the hard thing that aligns with your values. It's lacing up your running shoes when you want to stay on the couch. It's tackling that tough task first.
Why is that care, though? What's the mechanism there?
Because when you do what you said you would do, you build self-respect. You prove to yourself that you're reliable. That builds a kind of deep confidence that no amount of temporary comfort can ever give you.
So it's not about motivation versus discipline, like they're enemies.
Not at all. They're a perfect team. Motivation gives you the dream, the vision. Discipline is what actually builds it brick by brick.
And they can seed each other.
Absolutely. It's a success loop. You use discipline to study for, say, 30 minutes every day. You start to see little results, small wins. And those small wins, they bring back a fresh wave of real earned motivation.
Which makes it easier to be disciplined the next day.
Exactly. The whole system reinforces itself.
But what about the thing that stops people before they even start that loop? I'm talking about perfectionism.
Perfectionism. It's the ultimate trap, and it often hides behind this idea of high standards.
Right. I can't start writing until my notes are perfect, or I can't speak this new language until my accent is flawless.
And what happens? You never start. The research is so clear on this. If you wait until you feel perfectly ready, you will wait forever. Perfectionism just freezes you.
It reminds me of that great story of the student in the German class.
The jelly donut story.
Yes, he was trying to say he was a citizen of Berlin, ich bin ein Berliner, but what he actually said means, I am a jelly donut.
A classic mistake. But think about the learning that came from that one imperfect moment. Progress is messy. Mistakes are actually the path forward.
So the mindset shift is progress over perfection.
100%. It is so much better to write 3 messy paragraphs every day than to wait for one perfect 8-hour writing session that will probably never happen.
And when you do make those mistakes or you feel like you're not good enough, there's that amazing little tool, the power of yet.
It's so simple, but so powerful. Instead of saying, I'm not good at this, you just add one word. I'm not good at this yet.
I can't master this code.
Yeah. My presentation skills are weak. Yet. That one word changes everything. It shifts your focus from a final failure to an ongoing process. It keeps you in the game.
Okay, this is all great, but let's get really practical. How do we build this discipline muscle? Strategy 1 seems to be about starting small.
Yes, micro habits. The idea is to make the action so small that your brain can't say no. Don't commit to a 2-hour study session.
That's way too intimidating.
Right. Commit to 10 minutes. Or even just writing 2 sentences. The goal at the beginning isn't intensity, it's just consistency. You're just training yourself to show up.
And strategy 2, use systems, not just goals. This is a game changer for me.
It's huge. A goal like learn to code is motivational, but it's a system that gets you there. A system is, every day after breakfast, I will spend 15 minutes on my coding tutorial. It's automatic.
And part of that system is designing your environment, right?
It's critical. Make the good habits easy and the bad habits hard. Keep your books on your desk, not in a closet. Put your phone in another room when you're working. You're removing the friction for discipline to work.
Okay, strategy 3 gets into structuring our time. The Pomodoro technique comes up a lot.
It's a fantastic discipline builder. You work in these intense, focused 25-minute bursts, and then you have to take a short break. That structure reduces mental fatigue and trains your brain to go all in for a short, predictable time.
And that kind of focused work is basically what deep work is all about.
Exactly. Deep work is when you're focused on a single demanding task with 0 distractions. You have to schedule that time. Otherwise, you'll just fill your day with shallow work, checking emails, little admin tasks.
Things that make you feel busy but don't actually move the needle.
Right. And you have to fight what the sources call attention residue.
Explain that. What is attention residue?
It's the idea that when you switch from one task to another, like from writing a report to quickly checking an email, a part of your attention stays stuck on the email. You're never giving 100% to the report.
So you have to schedule these uninterrupted blocks to do your most important work.
You do. And just as important, you need to know when to stop. That's the shutdown ritual.
So discipline isn't about working all the time.
No, discipline is also about recovering effectively. At the end of the day, have a clear ritual. Close your laptop, write down your top priorities for tomorrow, signal to your brain, we are done. This lets you truly rest.
Let's talk about a very specific time of day where discipline really gets tested. The afternoon slump.
Yes, the midday crash.
That point between like 1 and 3 o'clock where your brain just turns to mush. I always thought it was just what I ate for lunch.
Lunch is part of it, for sure, but it's deeper than that. It affects about 70% of people, and it's driven by 2 biological things. Your circadian clock, which naturally dips then, and something called the homeostatic sleep drive.
Okay, what's the simple way to think about sleep drive?
Think of it like a pressure gauge. The longer you're awake, the more the pressure for sleep builds up, and that pressure just happens to peak in the early afternoon before it levels off a bit. It's a predictable rhythm.
So you're saying we shouldn't fight it, we should plan for it.
Exactly. Use discipline to schedule around it. That's when you do your low-energy tasks, organizing files, answering routine emails. Save your deep work, your heavy lifting, for your energy peaks, like mid-morning.
And we can also use discipline with what we eat and how we move to make that slump less severe.
Absolutely. The sources were very specific here. Nutrition discipline means prioritizing protein and fiber to stabilize your blood sugar. Avoid the sugary snack that gives you a quick high and then a massive crash.
That hydration, right? Just sipping water.
Super simple. Just sipping 150, 250 milliliters of water an hour can make a huge difference. But the quickest fix is movement. A 5-minute walk outside, a few stretches, that boosts oxygen to the brain way more effectively than a candy bar.
The sources even mention napping as a discipline strategy.
A controlled 10 to 20-minute nap can be incredibly powerful. It can boost your alertness for more than 2 hours. It's a strategic reset.
So at the end of the day, what does this all mean for you, the person listening with that big goal?
Motivation? It's the lightning strike. It shows you the path. But discipline is the foundation. It's the engine. It's showing up one small step at a time that actually gets you there.
And when you keep those small promises to yourself, when you do the 10 minutes of study even when you're tired, you're doing something more than just studying.
You're building self-belief. You're reinforcing your identity as someone who follows through. And that is more powerful than any single burst of motivation.
So the boat isn't built when the water is calm. It's built when you commit to one small action today. And we want you to reflect on this.
What is the one single 10-minute disciplined action you will commit to today, even if you don't feel like it yet?
Think about that. Keep digging. You've got this.